All right, everyone, it's about that time. It's half past geek. Today I'll be going over and breaking down Dark Knight, or should I say Dark Days, The Forge, prelude to Dark Knight Metal. So this is the one of two comics that are preludes to Dark Knight Metal #1. So let's just jump into it. So the book begins, it's like narration from an old journal. It's of Cartel Halls, or aka Hawkman. So he's narrating from the journal, and he's depicting the story of nth metal, or NTH. Thousands of years ago in Egypt, this spaceship arrived, made of this nth metal. And it turns out this whole time, the nth metal is what was used to make Hawkman's wings and his mace. So it gave him, his wife Hawkgirl, and even their mortal enemy Hotset eternal life. So if you follow anything about Hawkman, Hawkgirl, he's reborn. He's eternal that way. So these guys have been reborn thousands of times over. They're constantly fighting. Hawkman, at some point in his reincarnations, he begins to just study nth metal for several, different lifetimes. And doing so, he learns that nth metal is conducting powerful energy from somewhere. Now, we don't know this when you read this, but because I've been reading a lot of these, it's actually conducting energy from the dark multiverse. And he further breaks down that it started with 4 tribes a long time ago. It was the tribe of the bird, bear, wolf, and bat. And Hawkman, he's a descendant from the bird tribe. So that kind of sums up all the journal entries. I thought I'd get that out of the way. So then the rest of the comic is, what's happening presently. And presently, it starts off at the Bermuda Triangle. This Dr. Madison, he's doing research, and he's like, record message. He has his final emergency message. He says, I don't know if the rest of the research team made it out. Lava will engulf the base in minutes. I stay to protect what we learned. People need to know. There's something wrong with the Earth's core. There's something in the metal. So, kind of badass. Batman crashes through the facility in a mech suit. Just whoosh. And Batman's like, Dr. Madison, the only way out is through the volcano. Get in. So yeah, they're in this mech suit, and Batman's literally going through the volcano, through lava. He reaches the ocean, and then his mech suit starts failing. Temperature surpassing safe levels. Suit will not hold. And Batman's like, oh, damn it, compensate. The mech suit blows up. So they're underwater, and Aquaman's there. He comes to the rescue with a freaking pod of dolphins. So when they get to shore, Aquaman's really upset. This whole time, Batman had a drilling operation in his domain. It was a Wayne Enterprises black site conducting research. And Aquaman just wants to know. He looks at Batman, he just says, what are you looking for? So cut to Mogo, which is home of the Green Lantern Corporation, like all the way out in space somewhere. Ganthet, who's one of the Guardians of the Universe, he has a private mission for Hal Jordan, aka the Green Lantern of Earth. Ganthet gives Hal the coordinates, and then Hal has this realization that it's the Batcave. You just hear him, he's like, these are the coordinates? Cut to Wayne Manor. Green Lantern, he's in the Batcave, and there's like, normal stuff like a T-Rex and stuff. So he literally isn't even there that long, and Duke Thomas, and if you're reading the new Batman Rebirth, instead of getting like a new Robin, he kind of gets a new sidekick almost that he's training. The guy's name is Duke Thomas. Duke Thomas high jump kicks Green Lantern. So Green Lantern kind of just picks him up with the Green Lantern ring. Like, really? So then Green Lantern's just like, glad to see Batman is still recruiting teenagers. What's your name? Yellow Robin? Canary? Big Bird? So, Green Lantern starts scanning the cave, and then he finds like a secret entrance. And then it cuts to the Lunar Batcave. Because, in case you didn't know, Batman has a Batcave on the moon. Yeah, he's got it like that. So Batman's in there, he's sending a message to Lucius. He's telling him that Black Site 14 is down. and he wants Black Site 15 up and running within the week. So Mr. Terrific just sneaks up on Batman. Batman like throws these batarangs at him, and Mr. T throws his T-spears. He deflects everything. Side note, before you get confused, Mr. Terrific, let's just say he has a natural aptitude for having natural aptitudes. To give you an idea of whatever that means, he has 14 PhDs, he's a self-made multimillionaire, and he has a high-tech firm called Cyberware, which is actually owned by Wayne Tech. So that might explain the connection Batman has to him. So it turns out Mr. Terrific is collecting data from like another Earth, because as you know, there's different Earths in the multiverse. And Batman asks him for an update. Mr. Terrific's like, I have an IQ of 179, but I have no idea what any of this means. The frequency that's being generated across the world is growing stronger, but it's random. So they come to the conclusion that to get a clean reading on this type of data, they would need something huge, something literally cosmic in scale. So yeah, this whole time, meanwhile, back at the Batcave, you just see Green Lantern. He's like in the dark, and he's like, seriously, only Batman would have a secret cave inside his secret cave. Green Lantern tries to scan the cave for life signatures, but it's not working. The ring says it can't comply due to interference. Green Lantern and Duke Thomas, they hear like this voice in the dark, and this voice starts guiding them through the cave because they're trying to follow it and figure out who it is. And the whole time this voice is explaining that all these artifacts that they're finding in the cave, like the Owl's Electrum and stuff, they all share a metal that science just can't explain. And according to this voice, Batman formed a team to investigate this. Literally, this team was called the Outsiders, and they would operate without the knowledge of the Justice League, the government, or even the Bat family. So Green Lantern at this point, he's really freaking out, you know? He's like, something's really wrong. I've been to every corner of the universe, and my ring's never done this before. And then the voice just kind of keeps taunting them. So Green Lantern tries using his ring again. He's frustrated, and the ring just short circuits. And you can see his arm starts burning. So yeah, and while this is happening, Batman is now at the Fortress of Solitude. Did I mention the artwork in this is beautiful? I mean, look at these shades and hues of blue. So yeah, after a little bit of chit chat, Superman's like, what's wrong, Bruce? Then Batman brings up a special room that Superman let him use. But then he's like, I've seen that door, Bruce. There's nothing from this world that could open it. And then you just see Mr. Miracle kind of appear, and he's like, I think that's why he called me. Side note, Mr. Miracle is a master escape artist. He's literally the god of freedom and escape. So why he can open the door, I don't freaking know, man. There's a lot of unknowns in this. So by the powers that be, you know, Mr. Miracle opens the door, and then when he sees what's inside, this is his reaction. Whatever has brought you here, you need to turn back now. And Batman's just like, that will be all. So Mr. Miracle disappears into this portal of energy. He returns to like whatever dimension he was originally in. It turns out Batman has been keeping a cosmic tuning fork in Superman's freaking storage, or whatever you want to call it. Side note, these massive towers, they appeared during DC events, the Infinite Crisis on Infinite Earth 2. So the whole point is that the different cosmic tuning forks on the different Earths, they should all be able to align their vibrational patterns and save them from antimatter, pretty much from destruction. So if you remember Batman's conversation with Mr. Terrific, they would need something cosmic in scale. Thus, Batman is ready to use this tuning fork, and he tells the computer, run all vibrational data through the tower. We should be able to track the exact dimensional frequency of the dark energy. It's time to see what's in the dark once and for all. It cuts back to Green Lantern and Duke Thomas. They're in the secret cave that's in the Batcave, I guess, if that makes sense. They're still following that voice in the dark. You're just another couple of pieces in Batman's puzzle, just like me. And then it ends with this maniacal laughter and the reveal of the Joker. Now, it leaves a lot of like unanswered questions, like why is Plastic Man there? What kind of activities was Batman's secret ops team doing? But in a way, it's good because it keeps you interested and it's going to keep you invested in this. The artwork is actually really good too. And even with the Green Lantern, the hues of green. So the colors, they really do pop. So when it goes from dark and neutral to colorful, you can really feel it. I think the takeaway here is that Batman is crazy. He is on another level and he has so many secrets. It just goes to show Batman doesn't trust anyone. All the Justice League members, even the members of his Bat family, even his arch nemesis like the Joker, they're literally all pawns in Batman's plan. So I think this kind of just sets the stage for how powerful Batman really is. Batman truly does have the power to destroy everyone. I know it sounds crazy, but so takeaway is that Batman keeps a lot of secret. Overall, I give this one a 5 out of 5. So yeah, thanks for listening. That was Half Past Geek.